Miss Alida Asmora, daughter of Lord Keith Asmora. You have been found guilty of the murder of the 7th court deity, Sansora Kel. You have also been found guilty of plotting against the good of the empire. Assault of any kind against a court official is reason enough for the punishment of death. Though we have come to a better arrangement. Your advisor has pleaded for your banishment to the penal colony on Xanadus. There, you will either live out the rest of your life on the hostile planet or perish in its environment. There will be no chance for you to return. Do you accept this sentence? If not, then you will be publicly executed. Looking to the side, my eyes met those of my best friend, standing next to 2 guards fully dressed in the stark white military attire of our empire. His green eyes held so much anger and sympathy for me, but his hands were tied. Neither of us could do anything to stop this. He only gave me a slight nod. What kind of choice is that? Closing my eyes, I mumbled my answer as tears pricked the corners of my eyes. This isn't fair. I only wanted to make things better. I never killed anyone, much less plotted to go against the court. Yet now here I stand before all of Crosa's officials being called a murderer and a traitor. I accept the terms. My voice wavered, and I couldn't stop the stutter in my voice. Then, by royal court order, you are hereby exiled to the planet of Xanadus for the remainder of your life cycle. Guards, take her away. Varen ran to my side in an instant, grabbing me by my shoulders, keeping me from falling to my knees as I stood there numbly. The 2 guards that had been standing by the doorway escorted us out of the room. Alida, everything is going to be okay. No matter how much I wanted to believe him, I just couldn't bring myself to do so. Nothing about this was okay. I was being sent to a planet full of criminals, murderers, and terrorists. If that wasn't bad enough, this place had a reputation for an extremely hostile environment. It was so deadly that the Empire refused to colonize it. Instead, it was turned into a penal colony. You have 10 minutes. The guard huffed. I hugged myself and sat down on my bed. I wasn't sure what to do. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry, to tell them they were wrong. But no one would believe me. No one but Varen. His features softened as he pulled me into a hug. Alida, I swear to you this isn't the end. Xanadus is just a way to buy some more time. I'll figure out exactly what happened. I'll prove your innocence and bring you home, I promise. He pulled away to look at me. All you have to do is find somewhere safe to hide, just for a few days. I'll figure out some way to help you out down there, but for now you need to focus and stay alive. Avoid people if you can. I can't do this. Varen, please. I pleaded. My voice came out small and showed just how helpless I felt. Once he was done, I touched the braid and let it hang down over my shoulder. Something stuck out from the braid that looked like a small metal rod. I opened my mouth to ask him, but he only shushed me. Realizing this was something I wasn't allowed to take, I gulped. If he was caught helping me or giving me a weapon, he could be killed. A hard bang on the door alerted us that it was time. Anxiety surged through me as I looked at Varen. Panicked. He stood up and offered me his hand, and I hesitantly took it. The cockpit was closed off from the back, and on both sides of us were escape pods locked onto the ship with hatches underneath each of them. They didn't seriously mean that they were going to drop me onto the planet inside one of those. Each pod barely had enough room for a single person to fit inside. They were better used as supply pods than escape pods. Would I even survive the fall? All the possibilities of what could go wrong raced through my head. What if someone finds me when I land? What if something finds me? After a few minutes, one of the guards exited the cockpit, locking the door behind him. It's time. We are above the planet's atmosphere. Varen stood up from his seat. Angry. Above? You're not going to fly us down or at least enter the atmosphere to drop her. No. The guard growled. crossing his arms over his chest. His helmet hid his face from sight, but I could tell he wasn't happy about Varen's attitude. Grabbing his hand, I made Varen look at me. His features softened at the sight of me, and he pulled me into a hug. I hugged him back, closing my eyes, hoping we would see each other again soon. The guard input a code into one of the pods, and its door slid open. Just survive a few days, okay? Just a few days. Holding back tears, I hugged him tighter. Rough hands grabbed my arm, and I was suddenly pulled away. Hey, Varen shouted as a second guard stood in his way. Separating us, the man who had a hold on me pushed me into the open pod harshly. Stop. I'm not done saying goodbye. Varen yelled while trying to force his way past the guard. Fear took over as my heart started to race and the pod door closed. Alita, I'll get you out, I promise. Panic filled me as the pod's hatch shut slowly, cutting off my view of the ship's cargo bay. The pod was pitch black inside, and my heart started to race as I felt around the smooth interior of the pod. I was completely blind inside of it. Varen, I called out helplessly, hoping that they would stop and open the door. But there was no noise from the other side. The inside of the pod was so dark, and I'm not sure if it was good or bad that I couldn't see much of anything. I mean, at least I won't have to watch as I plummeted to the planet's surface. Wrapping my arms around myself, I closed my eyes and waited. This was it. This was really happening. Suddenly, the pod shook as it was released from the ship and plummeted to the planet below. It was calm for a few seconds, and it almost felt as though I was floating, but it was short-lived, and soon everything began shaking violently, and I was thrown around. I cried, fearful that it would fall apart before I ever reached the ground. I tried grabbing onto anything I could, but I couldn't see a thing, and the shaking just got worse and worse. Covering my head with my arms, I squeezed my eyes shut. The descent was as agonizingly terrifying as it was short. I was thrashed around and my head hit something hard, and I blacked out as the pod crashed into the planet known as Xanadus, the world of monsters. A light in the sky grabbed my attention as I stopped in my tracks and looked up. A light came down from the sky like a falling star, illuminating the forest in a blazing light before crashing into the trees a few miles away. Once the light faded, I grinned, my fangs glinting in the moonlight. Now the hunt is on.